Hi,
Hi.
how
Do you
are
know what?
you?
I'm very well indeed. I'm actually sat in my little studio in
Mhm.
front of my big Mac, but I don't think Insta Live works on the Apple Macs, does it? Because I have
Um,
to use my mobile.
okay, yeah, I believe so. Like if you have like another like iPad or any Apple products or things of that nature, it should be able to allow you to still use it, like for Instagram.
Well, it's not allowing me to do it on my Mac, and you know, I've got my
Gotcha.
light and everything. So
Gotcha.
I mean, my mobile's fine, isn't it?
Yeah. Your mobile is fine. Like I'm talking from my mobile. So I know
Sure,
like sometimes like I know it's like Max. I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I guess it just depends.
sure.
Like with Apple products. But if you're having like technical difficulties, that's fine. If you're speaking from the mobile, that's fine as well. So it
Cool.
is
You
fine.
can
It's
see me
100%.
clearly and
Yes, I
good.
can see you. I can hear you clearly. Yes.
So how are you? How wow.
I'm doing great. Like I know like everything like this year has been crazy. I know everybody is kind of like we're just over 2020 because I know everything that's going on with COVID-19, it's hit the world. Like that's insane. But
Sure.
other than that, in between that, I mean, of course, you got to try to just continue to stay safe. But other than that, like I've been good.
Good.
Just been
Are
keeping
we live?
busy. Huh?
Are we live?
Yes, we're live. Yes. Yeah, so it's Instagram Live. So anytime they can go live, like everyone will be able to see it. So it's fine.
Oh,
But
sorry. Have we gone live?
yes, we've gone live. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I can't see anybody joining us.
Okay. If it sometimes like it'll I can see it on my end where people have actually joined in. If it's not shown on yours,
Okay.
usually people will have to come on your end. But I can see it on my end. If you're
Okay.
not seeing it on your end as yet, it'll probably just take a minute. But usually if people will come into either live, either mine or yours, and you'll be able to still see your followers.
Have
Okay.
we got a few people?
Yes, we
We got a few?
actually have if you look down, you should be able to see him. King Julian VP, Morel Forbes, Stephen Langley, Jenny Graham, Tanisha Nicole. Hi, everybody.
Hey. Hi, everybody.
Yes. So, what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to go ahead and we'll get started. Basically, what the interview is just, introducing yourself.
Sure.
So that way people would actually, be able to get to know you, be able to follow you on your different platforms. So let's go ahead and begin. So just tell everyone, what your name is, what exactly that you do. I know you do like acting, different voiceovers. We'll get into more of that, but just describe yourself a little bit to everybody.
Right, you are. Hi, everybody. I'm Patrick McKenzie. And first of all, I'd like to say thank you to Keisha for inviting me on, the Genesis All Star platform in conversation today.
You're welcome.
So, yeah, my name is Patrick McKenzie. I'm a British actor, a British voice actor, and I'm a vlogger as well. I do corporate modeling and stuff like that, but predominantly acting and voiceover work. So that's what I do. I've been very fortunate to. I've performed in Europe, and I've also been able to put content out in the States and in the Caribbean with regards to my voiceover work as well. So I'm quite pleased about that. So
Okay.
yeah, so that's what I do. I'm an actor.
Okay, perfect.
Cool.
So let's talk a little bit about a little bit of your work ethics. I know that you mentioned that you've done voiceovers. So
Sure.
let's talk about your latest project that you actually done because I know you've done a lot. So just talk about
Yeah.
a little bit of your latest projects as far as like voiceovers that you've actually done.
Well, the thing is with voiceovers, to say you're a voice artist, it doesn't stop there. It's just like when somebody says they're an actor, it doesn't stop there. You could be a theater actor, you could be a TV actor, you could act in corporate films, corporate movies. So the same sort of thing can be said for voiceovers. Now, I do continuity announcements, I do narrational work, I do voices for adverts, and yeah, stuff like that. So it's not just one little thing. I also, um, I don't know whether this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm one of those guys who the studios will call up from time to time, and I will do ADR.
Okay.
I don't know if you know what ADR is. Well, they call it dubbing ADR.
Hmm.
When you have a production, say a major motion picture, and the dialogue isn't as good as it could be, and then they'll bring me in. Oh, Patrick, can you do an American, or can you do, even in London, they'll ask, can you do British RP or Jamaican?
Yeah.
So I will do some ADR dubbing on films and TV shows. So
Okay.
yeah, for my
Awesome.
voiceover.
Awesome. Okay, great, great. And where can people actually locate, like if they want to like listen to it, like things that you previously done, where would they be able to locate all of your performances, especially dealing like with voiceovers?
Well, I had my own personal website,
Mhm.
but it was getting a bit, with COVID and everything, it was getting a bit expensive. So
Mhm.
I am online. If you Google me, actor Patrick McKenzie, PatrickMckenzie. If you Google me, I will come on various platforms. But on Instagram, official Patrick McKenzie, all one word, that is probably the most complete platform because I update it myself. I don't have a secretary or a
Mhm.
publicist updating it. So I update it myself. So if you DM me with a message or whatever, I will respond, in a timely fashion. So, but what I tend to do, I tend to kind of update my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages with current events, things that's happening. If I've had a really great day, I've just finished an audition, I'll say hi to my followers and my friends. Yeah, I had a really great audition. So that's kind of how people keep tabs on me at the minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's pretty good. All right. So let's talk about television. Have you been in television as well, like any series? Let's talk about that just a little bit as far as television and different films, or if you actually been in television series.
Right. A lot of my work has been theatrical. I've done TV, but none of the major television uh, soaps, or what do you call them? Um, Regular shows like in the States. I've not done any of those.
Okay.
But I've done various things, pilots, I've done feature films, but these are not major budget movies yet. That
Hmm.
I'm working on.
Hmm.
For TV though, if you go to my Instagram page, you'll probably see I've got a couple of recent posts. I'm recently being viewed in a commercial. It's an international commercial for VW commercial vehicles,
Hmm.
Volkswagen commercial vehicles. So that's currently being aired at the minute as we speak. So
Yeah.
that's live. So I was pleased to get that. So as well as obviously the acting, the TV, I do commercials,
Okay.
and from time to time you'll probably hear my voice on the radio, depends, or on an ad on a TV commercial, depending on what when it's being aired and when it was sent out,
Okay.
produced.
Okay. And it's like for your commercials, I know it's like international. So is it just like in the United Kingdom, or is it other countries as well, as far as it being international, as far as like with the commercials?
Well, there's two I posted recently on my page. The first one I'm eating. The reason I posted it because it was like it's a festive, it's a festive commercial. I'm carving a turkey for a local supermarket chain in the United Kingdom, whereas the other commercial, it was an international commercial. It was in the islands. I got friends in the States who said they saw it, and yeah, it's all around Europe at the minute, which is good. It's great exposure.
Okay, great, great. And I'm glad that you actually, do have those opportunities in order to do that. So that's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
exciting. So as far as like I know that you mentioned you've done acting, you're in theater. have you worked beside anyone that's, I guess you consider like celebrity or well, I would say like, I guess like you'd say celebrity style, or maybe like a well-known actor that is in international, films that here in America we may or may not know about as of yet.
I I have.
Okay.
I have. I mean, it's not about name dropping at this. I mean, as I said, I post a lot of stuff on my Instagram page,
Hmm.
and I've worked with a few notable people.
Hmm.
Um, I wouldn't say that this guy is the most famous because I've worked and I've with others, but on my Insta you'll see me in. I took a shot with Gerard Butler.
Hmm.
He he has been in a number of films like Law Abiding Citizen, stuff like that. So
Hmm.
we worked together last year.
Nice.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and it was
Awesome.
almost a year ago we worked together, and we did a commercial. I was in his commercial,
Okay. Okay.
and I spent 3 days working with him. So it was an awesome experience because um, it's interesting when you're working with an A-lister.
Hmm.
Um, I think you obviously compare yourselves, don't you? And you
Hmm.
think I can do that. But one of the things that struck me about Gerard, his mentality and just his overall attitude.
Hmm.
I mean, as most actors will realize, there's a fine line between the stages that you work to, and invariably that division of success and failure is down to your mentality,
Right.
how you view yourself, how you see yourself, and the routines that you have. And working with Gerard was a it was a great experience for me
Okay.
to see an A-lister at work.
Yes. Okay.
you
And that's
know,
that's really, really good.
yeah,
That you, like I say, that you got that experience and you're able to work with someone that's like you got, you consider like an A-lister, and they're
yeah,
still, humble enough to say, hey,
yeah,
here's some things, some tips, some techniques,
yes,
that you can actually learn from. So that's good, because that's
yeah,
pretty much what it's all about. For us, the ones that are whole already made it versus the ones who are trying to come up or are already there, just to help one another out and support each other. So I'm glad that you actually did get to have that experience as well.
yeah. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, something I touched on at the very beginning when I was introducing myself, as well as acting, I do my own vlogs
Mhm.
as well, and I'm writing a book at the minute as well. But in my vlogs, one of the things that I found and I wanted to share, which is very important. My vlogs are called My Journey, My Craft, and you can find them on YouTube under my name, Patrick McKenzie, actor Patrick McKenzie. And I think one of the things I talk about is mentality. I talk about mentality a lot, self belief, and the fact of the matter is, if you're a new artist coming into the arena, um, you got to know your brand, know who you are, know who you're trying to market yourself to. If you think that you look like a villain, your friends think that you look like a villain, well, don't try and play a priest or a pastor or a clergy.
Mhm.
Work on your strengths, and we all have strengths.
Mhm.
Some people they try and work on the weaknesses, but if your weaknesses are weaknesses, work on the strengths
Right.
because your strengths will only get better.
Mhm.
And it's that inner belief, that self belief in yourself that you will succeed.
Mhm.
You know, and a number of things I've mentioned. Validation, validate yourself. You know, your success is based on your reality, not somebody else's. I can't base my success on Morgan Freeman or
Mhm.
Denzel Washington or any of my Idris Elba. I can't base my success on them. I base my success on my goals, my achievements, my targets, my vision board.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's where I get my motivation from. What does success look like to you? To every single individual, it's different.
Right.
And whether you fail or succeed, that's down to your perspective, really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if in the beginning you set out and you said, well, I want to do one motion picture, I want to appear on television, and I want to voice a character in an animation, you could have succeeded at all of those.
Mm-hmm.
And you are a success. If
Mm-hmm.
you succeeded at all of those, you're a success.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I was saying. And to anybody starting out now, I'd say, dare to dream, dare to dream, and believe in your own success.
Mm-hmm.
And as I always say, leap and the net will appear. It will.
Facts, facts. Like I agree with you 100%. Definitely, definitely.
Sure.
Like you said, it is based upon each person's, perspective and pretty much what you choose to do. Because at times I know a lot of people say, "Hey, I want to start this, I want to start that." Then it's kind of like instead of keep going and going and going, they kind of like just stop and say, "Oh no, I don't want to do it." But that's the point. Like I guess that breaking point to say whether or not like, hey, I can keep going no matter what, or I'm just going to quit and just like forget it. But
Yeah.
success is individual's perspective. So as long as people keep going on a daily basis, you just never know where it could lead you to.
And I think one of my colleagues who's also an actor, he's an actor, a writer, actor writer, and he put me straight on a few things once when I was feeling really sorry for myself. When you go through the lulls in your confidence, look back and remember where you come from. Remember how far you've come. Your your sustainability, your success isn't based right now on now. You had a journey, and if you look on your journey and you remind yourself what you've achieved, because you wouldn't be here unless you'd been there. Remember your first stage performance. Remember your first television ad. Remember your first radio ad. Remember your first television show. Remember them. And I think when you remember them, I think sometimes it brings a little bit of humility back to you, and keep your feet on the ground and remember why you started, and then go again. You know, success is down to you. It's an individual thing. You know, nobody can plant success in your head better than you can. If you believe enough and you want it enough, your goals are attainable. But you got to be disciplined. You got to have routine, and you got to. I think to want it, I don't think that's enough. You know, I can want a whole wardrobe full of Prada clothes or Louis Vuitton or whatever, but just to want it, you got to work towards getting it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could want a whole garden full of roses,
Mm-hmm.
but if I don't plant the seeds, or if I don't earn the money to buy the flowers, then wanting isn't enough. A lot of people want stuff. You even in COVID, lots of people want stuff, but
Right.
they're not prepared to put in the work to get it. For an actor, that will mean reading constantly, working on your craft every day, not once a week, not once a month, every day. Those auditions that we go on, they're part of our jobs, and we do them. Sometimes you get 3 auditions a week, sometimes 3 a day. You always have to be prepared, but you
Mm-hmm.
work towards it. you know you have to work towards it. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, yeah, there are the odd actor who you know they get chosen.
Right.
You know, they get chosen.
Right.
But most of the actors I know and actresses I know and artists I know, we work for it.
Mm.
You know, so when you get an award, and I've received two for my voice acting, when you get an award, you sort of say to yourself, and I've said, sitting down in the auditorium, I said, why are they so emotional? Why are they crying? Or why? And I know
Mhm.
why.
Yeah.
Because the journey to get there and the recognition by your peers, it means a lot. You know, they're the guys you see in the casting rooms. You know, it means a lot. That's why they get emotional. And we know what work and effort we put in to get us there, you know? And fortunately, it's a never ending journey. You're only as good as your last job, you
Well said.
know?
Well said. And that's the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Okay. All right. Well, you're speaking, facts. I mean, like everything you said, that's 100%. I agree, and as well as other people I know there in the lab as well, they agree with you as well. Okay. All right. So, is
So one thing I wanted to
there?
say as well is, and I thought about this when we spoke
Mhm.
last week. I can't I can't tell you how grateful I am and thankful to you for the opportunity. I remember it's been a few years now
Yeah.
since we've been
Yeah. It's
communicating,
been a minute.
but I remember when you agreed to put my credentials on your website.
Hmm.
It meant a lot to me at that time.
Hmm.
That was a pivotal moment for me. I think not only in my psyche, because I'd been doing a lot of work, and I think at that time my breakthroughs started to come. I went on a European tour. You know, I did a play by Arthur Miller.
Wow.
You know, I was the lead in a commercial for the very first time. You
Hmm.
know, I got some voiceover, booked some voiceover jobs. So I don't know, it was like when, I don't know if anybody's looked at the Genesis All Star website, but you support artists,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
and you give them a platform, which in turn helps them to shine.
Hmm.
But what I would add is you need to create your platform in the first place. So
No,
you need
I
to,
I have the platform.
no, no,
Everything.
no. I was saying to the artists,
Oh,
create
to the
your
artist.
platform, give Takesha something to market. Do you know what I mean? So if you put in the work, Takesha will help you along the way, just like she did me. And I thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I know that, I'm working with the other artists and they do have their materials. They are working on every day on their craft. And I mean, they're phenomenal. I mean, talented. Like, been in many different films and doing their music. So, it's just more so just putting on the marketing and getting them to that next level. So I know like several of them, they actually have like the new music videos, they actually have the new shows, and one is called like Deep the Series that's already on Instagram. So it's a lot of things that people are doing.
Yeah.
And I can see like a lot of talented people are out there, whether it's from acting, filmmakers, directors, producers, dancers, fashion designers. So it's like the whole 9 yards. But I am grateful and thankful that I'm able to use my platform in order to support these up and coming artists.
Good.
It's so much talent that's out there, and you have like these big, huge platforms. There's nothing wrong against them, but then it's kind of like, well, where do they fall when they say, okay, here's this big platform, only one winner can win? What about everybody else? You know, where's the other platforms with that? So that's why I came up with my business with Genesis All Stars Entertainment. So I'm thankful to be able to work with you as well as with the other artists and entrepreneurs and entertainers. So, and I'm glad that you're able to work, work on your craft over this time and be able to have the opportunities that you were able to have and continuing to have. Okay.
I'm
And
very grateful. I'm feeling blessed. But
awesome.
I'd love the opportunity to work with something stateside with you guys. That'd be
Nice.
awesome. I
Okay.
mean, yeah, yeah. I'm sure my agent could make that happen if
Nice.
you had the right. opportunity, that'd be
Mm-hmm.
awesome. That'd be awesome.
Yes, and I'm actually working on that as well. So just stay
Good.
posted. I don't want to give it away like too much.
No,
But
no, right, for
I
sure.
am working on opportunities in order for people who are here in the United States or people who are actually international to have those opportunities. Because I do have one director. He's actually from India. And he's like,
Okay,
hey, let's work together. I was like, okay, we'll make it happen one day. You know what I mean? So it's just having that opportunity and be able to actually have everyone to come together in order to have that opportunity to
sure,
happen. Or if there's
sure,
another opportunity, I usually send it to everybody their way, depending on what industry they are in when it comes to entertainment.
sure.
Definitely. All
Oh,
right. Is there
that's really
anything
great.
else? Thank you. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, just to say, like, yeah, for all you listeners, thank you for taking the time to tune in and listen to us, Tagisha and myself in conversation. And I appreciate you all stateside and my homies, my British people, whoever tuned in. Thank you for taking the time. And follow me on Instagram.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you for tuning in today. And I thank you for doing this interview today as well,
My
Patrick.
pleasure.
And well, hopefully later on we'll have another interview for later on, but that'll be like next year in 2021. I know like this year you got the holidays coming up. So but that'll be in 2021. Okay.
And that would be awesome. So happy holidays.
All right. Happy
You
holidays
take
to
care.
you too and everyone else out there. You stay safe and thank you for tuning in. And y'all have a blessed day. Peace and blessings.
Thank you. Take care.
All right. You're welcome.
Cheers.
Bye.
All right, bye bye. Bye.